Okay, it's recording. Hi. Reluctant Sparrow here. Okay, I stole this off a wheelchair. It's a little device. It locks into place. Push a button, rotates, up to 90 degrees. The last idea I posted on ushawks.org for the safe splat device. We talked about finally moving the safe splat device to the rear of the landing wire, flying wire, the rear landing wire, rear flying wire junction. And so let's say that's here. This device, something like this, but different, plugs in just behind that junction. And this is your, I know it's bent, but let's say this is your stinger, okay? That comes out here. This is a non-structural entity. You can take this off and the glider's fine. We all know that. So, as a matter of fact, a lot of times we take this off, tip it down, rest our glider like that. So, as a kickstand, so we can set up our gliders. Well, if you had something like this, let's say there's a ratchet built into it, and it's spring-loaded, or some other resistance creating device built into it, so that in the event of a crash or the rapid deceleration of a hang glider, okay, this is built into your keel, pilot's down here. Okay, you've got one straight bridle going from the rear of the stinger down to where the mains and the pilot's harness come together. We'll probably start sewing little structural loops of webbing, structural webbing behind the pilot, like back there in the right position. We'll just it's hooked there. So when the pilot swings forward in the event of rapid deceleration, the control bar is ripped from his grasp, and now this bridle is set to engage at that point. Okay, so now you've crashed, you're out of control, and now as you're swinging forward, we all know what happens. You either swing up and slam into the keel, the glider comes over, you swing forward, the glider hits you on the back of the head, all sorts of things. We've seen it all. So, but at this point, as the pilot swings forward, this bridle is engaged. Okay, and there's no stretch in this bridle. In the way I'm thinking, all the resistance is going to be inside this thing, and that starts and it's set. So let's say it's spring loaded, okay, and so it starts bending this rear stinger down, providing resistance, absorbing shock and the force of the pilot swinging forward. It's like an airbag absorbs force, but it's doing it from behind the pilot. It's also using the pilot's own harness, which is like a 5-point safety harness, to say, "Whoa, come back here, boy." We're using our own harnesses to gently stop our forward motion. It's like someone about ready to step off a cliff. They got a nice big 5-point harness on it. You grab the back of the harness and pull backwards. That's how this action will be. I think we're utilizing our own harnesses with this device as a safety harness. And so it's pulling down. As it's pulling down, it's kind of got a little ratchet in there, so it locks in position so it can't snap back. Okay? The amount of shock absorption can be predetermined. The amount of forward travel that we allow the pilot to swing forward can be predetermined. The bridle doesn't have to be mounted to the total rear of the stinger. It can be mounted like at a part way point, whatever is the most efficient. What I really like about this method, as opposed to the other ideas we've come up with, is even though you need that downward angle of the bridle to get it on its journey, as it comes down, the point of attachment is lowering. See? It's lowering. So that pendular, so the angle, the lever action that swings the pilot up into the keel is being taken away. At the same time, it's absorbing shock and force. See? So now the pilot has been allowed to swing forward, let's say, 1.5 feet. Okay? But all of his weight has been transferred from the mains to this bridle at this point. And now the point of the bridle has come down towards actually in line with the pilot. It doesn't want to swing him up into the keel anymore. It wants to keep him from going straight forward. So in my mind, there is going to be still some upward swing of the pilot as the transfer of weight goes from the mains to the bridle. I'm seeing it this way. The pilot's swinging forward. This is coming down. So the pilot's body is allowed to come up to a certain point. When this thing gets all the way down here, now it's still absorbing, whoa, some shock. But it's actually come down so it's in line with the pilot's body. And the pilot's body is just going to want to go straight forward and straight back. It might still have a little bit of upward momentum that's still residual from the first part of the upward swing. It's going to work. So, and what's really cool is before we hook into it and all, you can say, oh, it's time to set up your glider. You have a release of some sort, just like this little wheelchair thing does. And you push the button, you set up your glider, push the button. Now it's a safety device. You take your bridle, which it will always stay attached to your harness. You just reach it back here and you clip it in to this thing, your stinger, and go fly. It's super simple. Totally aftermarket. You don't have to alter any of the key structural components of the hang glider. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my son was handicapped and he had a wheelchair. I was always stealing parts off his wheelchair as well. Matter of fact, last time I stole his wheels. I did. But that was after we got him a second wheelchair. So yeah, I'm not a total jerk. Anyway, that's it. Okay. I think we're close.